Imagine this scenario. Ancient creatures have lived deep beneath the water for centuries. They silently watched as humans polluted the ocean until their patience ran out. They rose to the surface with a simple demand: stop destroying their home. But when humanity refused to listen, the sea responded cruelly. It began to throw all the accumulated garbage back onto the cities. It all starts with a group of fishermen. The guys just wanted to catch some fish, heard a strange noise, and ended up pulling a real monster out of the water. Let's move on to the main character. This is Barkley. He works in a top-secret UN department, but behaves like the most ordinary guy. He gets a call at night, lies to his son about urgent work, takes him to his ex-wife, and rushes to the base. General Austin and a bunch of important data are already waiting for him there. And then an embarrassment occurs. Our super agent forgets the password to his tablet. His partner Pip has to show him the video from his phone the old-fashioned way. A terrifying creature attacks people. The action moves to an island. Soldiers set up camp and find those fishermen. Instead of running away, these geniuses decided to take a picture of the monster and post it online for likes. That's how the military tracked them down. Scientists dissected the monster and found a strange pearl inside. General Austin thinks that these balls have been there since birth. To test the theory, the military sends a powerful sound signal into the water. A couple of hours later, Pip and another soldier are put on guard duty, and that's when the madness begins. The ground beneath their feet becomes soft, like plasticine. At first, Pip thinks a pipe has burst, but a second later, the ground turns to sludge and sucks him in completely. Because of the interference, no one hears his cries. When help arrives, the room is empty. The floor is solid again, like concrete. Barkley finds only a chair that miraculously wasn't sucked in. General Austin tries to call Pip, and the sound comes directly from under the ground. It's creepy, but the guy can't be saved. Then Barkley breaks down and confesses to the general, "Listen, I'm here by accident." It turns out that he was just filling in for a friend who was having family problems, and his name was entered into the database by mistake. He is not a spy and does not know any passwords. But Austin doesn't care. He needs a civilian witness for the record because the case smells like a historic event. Hana, a local expert, explains that these creatures are gomospondals. They lived here before humans, then the climate trapped them underground, and now they seem to want to reclaim the planet for themselves. A new monster appears in the ocean. Austin tries to negotiate through an interpreter. The monster declares, "You killed one of ours." Austin parries, "But you attacked us. Let's make peace." But the dialogue doesn't work. New monsters emerge from the water, and the translator utters a terrifying phrase: "We are talking to the whole world." Everyone receives simultaneous notifications of the invasion on their phones. Alien ships surface near all major cities. Panic, news, and social media are buzzing. People build an underwater tunnel straight to the Imperial Palace, and Sold emerges from it. She is their ambassador. She speaks all languages and immediately gets to the point. Humans are polluting the sea. Their children are dying, and they are tired of it. She will only talk to Barkley. Everyone is shocked. Why him? Sold explains. Barkley is the only one who crossed himself in front of the monster's corpse, showing respect. After the meeting, Barkley is dragged to Keith for questioning. He's a shady character who looks for profit in everything. He pressures Barkley, but Barkley swears he didn't know about the monsters before. While scientists wonder if the monsters have a collective mind, because Sold keeps saying "we," one smart guy steals a monster egg and gives it to Keith in exchange for citizenship. Keith doesn't care about the world. He wants money and technology. The next day, negotiations continue. Sold asks for a glass of water from the river and demands that Barkley drink it. Keith yells into the earpiece, "Don't drink it, it's contaminated, you'll die." But Barkley takes out the earpiece. He admits that humans are indeed destroying the planet and drinks the water. Sold looks at him and calls him his favorite person. Strange turn of events, right? Meanwhile, Barkley studies the secret files and sees photos of the ancient cities of these creatures. It turns out that we are living on their ruins. The next day, Barkley conveys the government's proposal. We will reduce pollution by 50% by 2065. Sold looks at him like he's an idiot. They're not going to wait 40 years. And then the promised revenge begins. Garbage starts falling from the sky. The ocean literally shoots plastic, iron, and dirt back into the cities. This rain falls on the Barkley family, who are being taken to a safe place. The driver is killed, and Barkley barely manages to save his son from a falling anchor. Even pieces of the Titanic fly in. People are furious and demand war. Sold says, "You yourselves declared war on us long ago with your trash. Now we are taking back what is ours." Barkley tries to smooth things over, saying that people are just scared. The UN begs for a truce. Sold agrees, but puts forward 3 tough conditions. First, a complete end to pollution. Second, all oceans now belong to them, and flying over water is prohibited. Third, the next meeting will take place on their territory, at a depth of 8 kilometers. Kate panics, saying it's suicide. Bathyscapes explode even at shallower depths. But Barkley decides to go. He says goodbye to his family and gets into the machine with the team. At first, the descent goes smoothly, but then something grabs them and drags them down at breakneck speed. Everyone thinks it's the end. Luke rips off the hatch, but the water doesn't crush them. It turns out they are inside a giant living creature where there is air. Sold meets them and says, "We don't live here. We are nomads. The whole ocean is our home." The walls slide apart, leaving Barkley and Sold alone. A strange connection arises between them, as if they have known each other forever. She says that only the two of them can stop the war. But then the rest of the people burst in, and the moment is ruined. Sold leads them deeper inside to decide the fate of humanity. That's where the first part ends. Do you think they'll be able to come to an agreement? Or will we all drown in our own trash? Write in the comments whose side you're on, the people or the ocean.